We have a few days left to enjoy a great meal for a great deal and a great cause. Burger Chan is known for bold, customizable burgers and globally inspired flavors. They're part of Eat, Drink HTX, where every meal contributes to the Houston Food Bank. Co-owners Willett and Dine Fang share the secret sauce that make their food so wonderful. All right. Well, you always loved cooking,
Yes.
but never thought that that was like a real career, or that your parents would accept it as a real career.
Yes, that's correct. So I actually went to college. I actually met Diane at Rice University. And
You didn't just go to college, you went to Rice. Right? Yeah.
yeah, I mean, well, and you know, it wasn't until a little after college we moved to Seattle. She was pursuing a PhD in sociology, and being away from parents and trying to look for a job, I kind of thought, well, maybe I could get a job at a sushi restaurant or something to pick up some skills in something I'm passionate about.
Yeah,
while
because
I'm
you were
still
looking for a job in some another place. And when you got that job, you did every job that you could imaginable, but you realized how hard folks work in the restaurant industry.
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning, because I went in with no skills, you know, I was pulling double shifts every day for a couple of weeks. So lunch and dinner, just to try to, you know, they were trying to see, like, can I hack it? Can I learn enough to stick around? And,
Yeah. What was your major at Rice?
So I double majored in Asian studies and managerial studies.
Okay, so the managerial stuff would come to play at some point. So you didn't, it was not for anything, right? Or not for nothing. Okay, so you had this dream to open your own place, and that was kind of like your continuing education was to actually work in restaurants. So how did it come about, that first moment where you stepped off and said, okay, this is what we're going to do, and how did you decide to do burgers of sorts?
So I've worked at a bunch of places just trying to learn as much as possible. And I actually am very passionate about Southeast Asian food. I spent a couple of years in Singapore for boarding school, and that's what I wanted to do, but you know, landlords kept passing me up because even though I've worked in restaurants for a decade, I never owned a restaurant. So when I look at locations, you know, someone else will stroll in and they've already got one or two locations.
Because let's face it, with restaurants, there's a big failure rate. So there's a concern there of like, how sustainable could your restaurant be?
Exactly. And, you know, to be fair, I probably didn't know what I was doing. So it ended up working out that we had some industry friends that introduced us to a burger place inside of Greenway Plaza. They have a little food court for the office workers there. And we took over, changed the concept, you know, came up with my own recipes.
And the rest is history. And Diane, the thing is, you know, when you say burgers, kind of like when you say pizza or you know, tacos, for the longest we kind of stayed within a lane and all those foods. And then we realized, wait a minute, that's like a blank canvas to do whatever you want with. And so let's get an idea of some of the blank canvas that you have. I'm gonna go down the list or down the row here, and then we're gonna build a burger. So like, what do we have right here?
So that one is gonna be falafel. Our friend makes an Egyptian style falafel, so it's vegan, vegetarian friendly.
All right.
The next one is fried mahi that we panko bread in-house.
Oh, you panko anything. It's like delicious, right? All right, and then you move into the hot dog here.
We got the all-beef hot dog there. We got grilled chicken there. And then the star of the show right here is going to be our beef burgers.
Okay, all right. So you can build a burger. So I'm going to build a burger for me. So let's start with that beef patty there. You have a couple of different buns there. What are those buns?
Yeah, so we have a locally made brioche from Breadman, and then we also have a sweet sourdough from Sheila Parton's.
Oh, okay. So we're going to start with that sweet sourdough there. So we're going to put that beef in between.
We're going to get some freshness from house-made pickles. They still look like cucumbers because we make them fresh.
Yeah. And then the other thing too is people can really, you can custom order your burger. You really can have it your way, right? So if I you know, I have the pickled jalapenos on there. I could also, even if I wanted to, have some Spam.
Absolutely.
See, I grew up in a military family, so Spam was my dad was like chicken frying the Spam. Y'all, I told you that earlier. You're like, oh, yeah, chicken fried.
Sounds like a good idea.
Panko Spam, right?
Yeah.
But you can do anything you want when you order your burgers. Oh, this is extra. This is good. Okay. And then, we have the fried onions on there as well. And besides just like the great food that you all have. Oh, look at that. I don't know if I can get my mouth around that. I'm going to try that. But besides the good food, you have a great work atmosphere. You know that it's so competitive in this market for good restaurant workers. And so you keep that in mind. You keep family in mind.
We do.
Yes.
And that's why people often ask us, they're like, why do you close at 3 o'clock? Why do you close on Mondays? Why do you only do breakfast and lunch? And there's two main reasons for that, right? So the first reason is it's really hard to find good staff, as I'm sure you're aware, right? And so if we were to open for more hours for dinner, we'd have to find an entire second crew, which takes time to build.
And the great thing for those people working is that they can actually choose to work with you and that's it, or work a dinner shift someplace else and kind of bring in more income for them as well. All right, I'm gonna scoop on over here, grab this burger that you. Okay, I really can't. This is gonna have to be in the commercial break. I'm gonna taste just a piece of it. Okay. Here's what you do with the patty. It's seasoned.
Yes.
That is so good. That's so good. All right. I'm gonna finish that later. Running a restaurant, it's so much more to it than a lot of people think. It has become one of the most popular things that people want to do. And you hear them all the time say, I love to cook, I'm passionate about it, I'm going to open my own place. As you mentioned earlier, you worked in the business first to get an idea of what it might take. And there's still a great divide between what it might take and really doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you might have worked 60 to 80 hour weeks in restaurants, but it still doesn't quite prepare you for everything that you need to actually own a restaurant.
Yeah. What do your parents think about it now? And I know we talked a little bit, I grew up in Taiwan, Japan, Okinawa. There's certain requirements in education for lots of cultural groups, especially if there's a first-time generation that got here. The deal is we got here, take advantage of opportunity, make the most of opportunity. And so, you know, going into the food business versus what you were going to do, what do they think about it now?
I think I've shown them that I'm really committed to it, that I'm passionate about it. I think if, you know, there was a certain pressure for me to just keep pushing forward and try to reach new heights and succeed, just put everything I have into it, because if I don't do that, then what was the point? And
you can't ask any more than that. Do what you love and do it well. You two, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I loved it. The 5th annual Eat, Drink HTX ends this Saturday. Dozens of restaurants in the greater Houston area, including Burger Chan, are participating with prefix menus at affordable prices for brunch, lunch, or dinner. To learn more about helping Houstonians in need by visiting a restaurant near you, visit eatdrinkhtx.com for all of the details.